You're a product manager. You're not shipping back-end services. You're drafting specs, digging through code to understand how something actually works, tweaking a screen, standing up a quick prototype. Cursor is genuinely good at all of that, but its pricing page is written for engineers, and the model dropdown has 30-odd options in it. So let's fix that. What a token is, what your actual work costs, and how not to burn your budget by accident. Here's the headline. A month of real product work can cost you under $4. Let's start with the thing nobody explains. A token is just a chunk of text, about 4 characters, roughly 3/4 of a word. 1,000 tokens is around 750 words, and you're billed on 3 different kinds, which are absolutely not the same price. Input tokens are everything you send, your question plus every file the agent opens to answer it. Output tokens are everything it writes back, the answer, the code, and we'll come back to this, its thinking. Then there are cache reads, and this is the part that surprises people. Every time you send a message, the entire conversation goes back to the model, right from the beginning. But after the first time, that context is already stored, so you're charged the cache rate instead, a fraction of the price, up to 10 times cheaper. So here's the whole mental model. Reading is cheap. Rereading is nearly free. Writing is what costs you. So what does that mean in real money? Here are the jobs you actually do, all run on Composer 2.5. That's Cursor's own model and the cheapest thing in the dropdown. Asking where something lives in the codebase, about 2 cents. Changing an icon or the label on a button, 4 cents. Drafting a PRD section from what the code actually does, 7 cents. Standing up a prototype of a new screen, 18 cents. Changing a behavior end-to-end, a new field wired all the way through, 37 cents. And a full refactor across services, the thing you're probably not doing yourself, 84 cents. Now put a whole month together. 40 questions, 25 small edits, 8 documents, 4 prototypes, and 1 real behavior change. On Composer 2.5, that entire month costs $3.55. Your budget is $150. Run the exact same month on Claude Opus 5, and it's $29. Identical work, 8 times the bill. Which brings us to the setting people click without knowing what it does. Some models come in a high-effort version. You'll see them in the dropdown as GPT 5.2 High or GPT 5.3 Codex High. Now, it's the same model at the same price per token, so why does it cost more? Because before it answers, it thinks. It works the problem through, considers a few approaches, checks itself, and all of that thinking is billed as output tokens, the expensive kind, even though you never see most of it. On the same question, a high-effort run costs about double a standard one. So is it worth it? For find me this, rename that, change this label? No, there's nothing to think about, and you're paying for thinking anyway. But for why is this behaving strangely, or what are the trade-offs between these two approaches, that is exactly what you're buying. Use it on purpose, not by default. So which one should you actually pick? Make Composer 2.5 your default. For everything we've just covered, reading code, editing a screen, drafting documents, building a prototype, it's genuinely capable, and on output, it's up to 10 times cheaper than the frontier models. When you need to read and summarize a lot at once, research, comparing documents, GPT 5.2 or Gemini 3 Pro are strong and still reasonable. Save Claude Opus 5 for judgment. Which of these two designs is going to cause us problems? Why did this break? Is this spec actually coherent? That's a small amount of writing and a lot of thinking, and that's exactly where paying more earns its keep. And if you'd rather not think about it at all, pick Auto Cost. It's a flat rate, whatever model it routes to, and it's exempt from the team's token fee. 5 habits and you're done. 1. Default to Composer 2.5 and switch up deliberately, not out of habit. 2. Stay in one conversation. Cache reads are far cheaper than fresh input, so one long thread genuinely costs less than 5 fresh ones. 3. Don't use high effort on simple things. You're paying for thinking that isn't needed. 4. Use plan mode for anything bigger than a tweak. Let the smart model write the plan, read it, approve it, then let Composer do the actual work. And 5, look at your usage dashboard once a week and check that fast mode isn't switched on. Fast mode can cost up to 6 times the price for the very same model. That's the whole thing. Reading is cheap, writing is what costs, and thinking is billed as writing. Default to Composer, spend the expensive models on the genuinely hard questions, and your 150 will go further than you'd think. Thanks for watching.